What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nash here, welcome back to the channel, and tonight I am going to be giving you guys my predictions for Money in the Bank. Now I know what you guys are thinking. You guys are thinking, wait a minute Nash, dude, why are you filming another video now when it should be filmed Wednesday, which is tomorrow? Well, at the time that I'm recording this video and posting it, which will be the same day, it is Tuesday, June 28th. I had just earlier today, you guys saw me do a video on talking about the new Shatri Law archetype that's in Darkwing Blast, as well as the Power of the Elements premiere event promo, which, I mean, to be fair, the card is not too bad. You have to run, like, I would say you have to run a fish tuner or something like that, and I don't think there are any, honestly. I will have to check, honestly. But I don't think there are any fish tuners, as far as what I know. I could be wrong. But you never know. You never know. You never know. You never know. I need fish. Here's fish. Go to you. Oh, I swear, if there are fish tuners, I'll be surprised. Okay. Oh, there's four of them. There's four. There's that. Or actually, there's five. There's Royal Swamp Eel, which I've never seen this card before. What does the card say? If the card is used as a synchro material monster, all of the synchro materials must be fish. Ooh, that's a bad card. That's a bad card. Gluttonous Reptolfin Griethus. I don't think I ever talked about this card on the channel before. You can target one fish, sea serpent, or aqua monster in your grave with an equal or lower level than the number of cards in your opponent's hand. Special summon it, but it cannot activate its effects this turn. You can only use this effect once per turn. If this card is sent to the grave as single material, you can make the single monster that uses this card's material gain 200 attack and defense for each card currently in your opponent's hand. Oh, so it's sort of like a Cypher the Sky Dragon effect of sorts, which isn't too bad. And then of course Fishboard, Archer, Launcher, and Blaster, which Blaster is pretty bad. So there's a few, but you would need to run one of those to play the deck. But with that being said, the reason why I'm doing this now instead of tomorrow is because tomorrow morning I'm actually gonna be running some errands in the morning. I'm not gonna be able to have enough time to come to film the video and post it and then leave. So I'm gonna be filming the video now, posting it, and tomorrow I will be on my way. Hopefully things work out. If they do work out as I am hoping, then I can almost guarantee you the channel might not be the same. Things will be a little bit different with the channel if the plans come to pass. If not, it's all good. I'm not gonna bitch and moan about it. I might bitch about it, but I'm not gonna get too salty about it. But with that being said, we are gonna get straight into my predictions for Money in the Bank. And if you guys enjoy this video and you guys want to see more premium live event predictions in the future, make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on my social media. The links, all the links will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. Let's get straight into it. First up, we've got a match for the United States title. Theory defends against the almighty Bobby Lashley. This is actually Bobby Lashley's... This would be Bobby Lashley's, what, third opportunity at the title? I know that I know that that Bobby Lashley has been champion twice. In fact, he's a 2-time ECW, US, IC, and WWE champion. That's crazy, which is pretty crazy. But this is Theory that we're talking about here. You have a guy who he's got all the tools. Let's not get it twisted, okay? Theory has all the tools to be a main event star in WWE. He has all the tools to potentially be the WWE champion. But if you really think about it, his ego, his cockiness, and all the selfies that he's taking is going to bite him in the ass at the end. Because if you guys recall, the last time he was a part of the Raw roster, it was in 2020 and he competed at WrestleMania, which I did talk about that, which was kind of an interesting, it was a weird match, I must admit. In fact, truth be told, originally it was supposed to have been Angel Garza and Andrade, but because of an injury, Andrade was replaced by Austin Theory, and he was on Raw for a little bit actually. In fact, he was on Raw throughout the entire PC era, in WWE, before eventually aligning himself with Seth freaking Rollins when he was known as the Monday Night Messiah, which that is no more. Now he just calls himself a visionary and a revolutionary, which makes no sense whatsoever. But again, to my point, the selfies, the ego, the cockiness, all that. Don't get me wrong, yeah, it can take you far, but how far can it really take you? That is the big question. And Bobby Lashley, you guys know, it was only about the United States title, and it was based on respect. Theory has made it personal over the last couple weeks, and I'm gonna be honest, a pissed off Bobby Lashley is a dangerous Bobby Lashley. So Theory had better get his head out of his ass and into the game, because Lashley is coming to put the hurt business on Theory. I know. Bad joke. Bad joke. It was bad. I know. Don't at me in the comments. I wanted to use I've used that line on my Instagram story a couple times before. It's kind of funny, but at the same time, it really isn't. Because the Hurt Business is no more, which is kind of sad, but it is what it is. But who am I picking to win this match? Here's the thing. It all depends on Theory. It all depends on what he decides to do. If he decides to defend the title with honor, actually defend the title and not take any shortcuts, then it'll most likely be Bobby Lashley picking up the victory. But if Theory does decide to cut corners and attempts to cheat to win, then obviously Theory is going to win. But let's not forget who else could potentially be in the mix. John Cena. If you guys remember last night on Raw, there was a backstage segment that featured Theory and John Cena, saying that Theory telling Cena, "I could do this all day." And I'm gonna be honest. I would love to see Theory battle John Cena. I would love to see that, but with this match in particular, experience is definitely gonna come into play. I gotta go with Bobby Lashley on this one. I think we're gonna have new United States champion. But moving on, we got the undisputed tag team titles defended as the Usos will defend against the Street Profits. This rivalry, funny enough, actually goes back to when Jimmy Uso actually returned to WWE after being away for a year with a very devastating knee injury. And the Street Profits wanted to battle the Usos. We all know how that came about. This is a much more rejuvenated, revitalized version of the Street Profits with the help of John Cena from last night. But here's the thing: these are the Usos that we're talking about here. They're on a whole different level than they were 5 years ago. Because if you guys recall, 5 years ago, the Usos with the New Day helped elevate the SmackDown Tag Team division to heights never thought possible. But now that the Street Profits are facing the Usos, it's a pot we don't know. Apparently, now supposedly, after last night when Montez Ford defeated Jey Uso, supposedly it was supposed to be where it was supposed to be the winner would face would be able to I lost my train of thought. When Montez Ford battled Jey Uso, it was supposed to have been the winner would pick the stipulation for the match on Saturday at Money in the Bank, and Montez Ford picked up the victory. But the problem is we don't know what the stipulation is or anything. We don't know anything. So it's a possibility that we might not get to see a stipulation, but only time will tell. We don't really know, honestly, but who knows. Yeah, apparently no one knows what the stipulation will be, but I have a hunch that knowing the Street Profits, they might pick a stipulation. I don't know what the hell's going on, but I'm honestly excited for this match because this is a battle to see who will run the tag team division across both Raw and SmackDown. Because if the Usos win, they'll establish themselves, as the greatest tag team of all time, hands down. If the Street Profits win, that means, technically speaking, the New Day, tag teams like the New Day, like the Alpha Academy, can put themselves back in the tag team title picture. But let's also not forget that the Street Profits would also have the Usos themselves, the Brawling Brutes. Who else can I think of? The Mysterios, even also the Judgment Day is another team that could also potentially be a threat to the tag team titles. But as big of a fan as I am of the Street Profits, there is no way in hell that the Usos is going to lose because of the fact that they're gonna eventually get Sami Zayn involved. Sami Zayn is gonna inject himself, play Roman Reigns' music. Usos win, just like it happened with when Riddle had challenged for the Undisputed Tag Team titles with Shinsuke Nakamura. So I gotta go with the Usos on this one. But next up, we have a very personal rivalry. For the SmackDown Women's title, it is the baddest woman on the planet, Rowdy Ronda Rousey, defending her title against Natalya. Here's the thing. If you guys do not know, Ronda and Natty were like sisters. You know, when Ronda first bursted on the scene in WWE 3-4 years ago. You know, let's not forget, she beat Stephanie McMahon at WrestleMania 34 in New Orleans, and that was what put Ronda on the map in WWE. She then went on to win. She then went on to compete at Money in the Bank for the Raw Women's title. Did not win because of a Money in the Bank cash-in, and then went on to SummerSlam and beat Alexa Bliss for the Raw Women's title. Dominated Raw until WrestleMania, and we never saw her again until this past year's Royal Rumble. And fast forward to now, look at her. Look at her now. She's more hungry, more dominant, and more dangerous than we had ever seen her than we had ever seen before. But let's not forget, Natalya, being the wily veteran, she can use that energy of Ronda's to her own advantage and use it against Ronda, which is a possibility. But to be fair, I don't really think Natalya is going to be champion again anytime soon. I gotta go with Ronda Rousey on this one. But next up, we've got the men's and the women's Money in the Bank ladder matches. First up, sorry guys, my brother just texted me. Anyway, first up is the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. The field is now full. It is from SmackDown. We have Lacey Evans, Raquel Rodriguez, and Shotzi. And from Raw, you got Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, Asuka, and big time Becky Lynch. And on the men's side of things, from Raw, you've got Seth freaking Rollins, Omos, and Riddle. And then from SmackDown, you got Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, and Sami Zayn. And there is still one spot left that needs to be filled. I'm assuming we'll probably get that filled on Friday, but we don't know exactly who will fill that spot, if you will. Who knows? Apparently there's only one spot filled. Rumor has it that it's gonna potentially be John Cena. He's probably gonna win the briefcase, cash it in at SummerSlam, and become the only man in history to win a world title 17 times, which is a possibility. But for those who are brand new to the channel and have never seen a Money in the Bank ladder match before, the rules are simple. No pins, no submissions, no countouts, no disqualifications. Only way to win is to climb a ladder and retrieve the briefcase. Once you do so, you are able to use that briefcase to cash in for an opportunity at a title of your choice, anytime, anywhere, for up to a year. In this case, with Brock Lesnar challenging Roman Reigns at SummerSlam for the Undisputed Universal title in a last man standing match, odds are you're going to be cashing in at SummerSlam. Easy. But here's the thing though. Omos is the only dude, is the only person in this field that has never competed in a Money in the Bank ladder match before. Everyone else has, but there's only two men that have won the briefcase: Seth Rollins and Sheamus. Rollins in 2014, Sheamus in 2015. In which case, both men cashed in on Roman Reigns to win the world title. Which, I mean, come on, it's Roman Reigns here, to be honest. But truth be told, you actually have an 85% chance of successfully cashing in Money in the Bank, which, to be honest, that is some high numbers there. In fact, there's only been a few who have failed to cash in successfully. John Cena, Damian Sandow, Baron Corbin, Braun Strowman, and Otis. Actually, funny enough, Otis, because he lost the briefcase via via pinfall via a pinfall from The Miz. We all know what happened there. In fact, I think no woman in history since the ladder match for the women came about has ever failed to cash in, which is pretty crazy. So you do have an 85% chance of successfully becoming champion, but it all comes down to who wants it more, and it's hard to say. But as far as who the odds-on favorite is, hands down, Riddle and Lacey Evans are the two odds-on favorites to win their respective matches. Omos is definitely going to be the wild card, the dark horse of the match, and as well as Raquel Rodriguez. But I can't say who wins. I really can't. This is something that I can't call, simply because of the fact that you can't really predict who wins Money in the Bank. You know, it's hard because just like with all these other matches, it's possible that the one that you pick to win might not win. But if I had to pick, I would have to say Lacey Evans and Omos. I'm saying it now. Omos and Lacey Evans win Money in the Bank. But we now move on to the Raw Women's title, which is the last match on the card. As far as now goes, we don't know what will happen as far as Friday goes, but we'll see. But it is the EST of WWE, Bianca Belair, defending her Raw Women's title against Carmella. And it's interesting too, because Carmella has had opportunities at the Women's title before, both the Raw and the SmackDown Women's titles, and both titles failed. Yes, it is true that she did cash in Money in the Bank to win the SmackDown Women's title, but let's be fair. We all know how she retained her title. Yeah, we know. Someone with a certain guy without a chin, helped her win her, retain her title. Could be literally anybody. If you guys have an idea of who it might be, post comments below. Wrong answers, right answers, could be anybody, right? But this is a much more dangerous Bianca Belair than we had seen when she was the SmackDown Women's Champion. Because if you guys don't know, Bianca Belair was a dominant SmackDown Women's Champion, defending, successfully retaining her title inside Hell in a Cell, going up against the best of the best. And Carmella now is one of them, being a former women's tag team champion, a former Money in the Bank winner, a former SmackDown Women's Champion. Just that resume alone speaks volumes to what that speaks a lot of volume when it comes to Carmella. But there's no way in hell Carmella will be champion. I gotta go with Bianca Belair on this one. But that will do it for today's video, and that brings me to the question of the day. As the card sits now, what are your guys' predictions for Money in the Bank? Let me know down in the comments below, and that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash the thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want to see more premium live event predictions in the future, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on that notification bell so you guys do not miss out on any new content that comes your way. And make sure you guys follow me on Twitter and on Instagram. All the links will be in the description below, as will the info to my family. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.